so let's say in this next problem we have which number is 2 units to the left of -1. Okay, so they don't require you to have a number line, but I would recommend that you put one there because it'll help to start with. Here's -1, and now we're going to the left. There's -2, -3. Okay, so here's -1, and we're going to the left 2 units. So we can say that this is -1, and when we're going to the left, we're going in the negative direction. Whereas when we were going to the right before, we were going, that would be like a +5. So going to the left, this would be like saying a -2. So we're at -1, and we're going 2 more negative numbers. So this would be the same thing as saying a -1 plus a -2. So what we're doing here is we're applying the property of subtraction, where we're taking the negative and make that a negative a positive, change the sign of the next term. Now you don't have to do this, but a lot of people find this helpful to show that, okay, I'm actually adding negatives. And so we get a -3. For some reason, people know they're used to seeing this minus sign as a minus. They're not used to seeing this as a -1 minus 2 is a -3. So using that, making that minus sign a plus, changing the sign of the next term to a minus. You're not changing the sign at all. It just makes it a little bit easier to read if you're not used to working with negatives. Okay, any questions with that? All right. We'll work a little bit more with that. Okay, problems 15 through 18. We want to use the following number line. And so we have this number line. And we're going to label it A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. And that's all they use, so we don't need the rest of these. And we want to assume that these are all equally spaced apart. And we want to say if D, letter D, is 3 and letter F is 5, then what number, what numbers always like to put in 0. 3, so this is 3, 2, 1, 0, right? And then we would continue the pattern 4, 5, 6. So we could say that A is what? A is 0, right, and G is 6. Okay, and that's all you have to put for those. Or you can put A equals 0, G equals 6, like that, and that's fine. Okay, so that's all you have to do for those problems. Okay, for problems 19 through 30, we want to know place the inequality sign greater than or less than in between the numbers. So if we have a -3 and a -7. Now here's our number line. Here's 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -1, -2. -3, -4. -5, -6, -7. So if we were $3 in the hole for, let's say, our wallet, and the next thing you know, now we're $7 in the hole, which one would be greater, the -3 or the -7? -3 is greater. So we put the larger end of the inequality sign towards the larger number. So the more negative you go, the more in the hole you go, and the smaller the number is, the lesser the number. Okay, so people, no problem when there's a positive number and a negative number. Sometimes people get kind of tricked by looking at which one is larger, 0 or -1. 0 is larger, right? But, it's easy to kind of just rush into it. Okay, because normally we're thinking 0, normally you're used to thinking 0 is the lowest number. Now it isn't. Now we're working with different numbers. And so you want to get away from that mode of thinking. Okay, so that's why you want to take that extra second to think about, okay, what do I have here? Because I'm working with positive and negative numbers now. Okay, so other than 0, usually positive and negative, people don't have a problem with it, knowing which one's larger. But it's the more negative you go. Like, for example, a -142 and a -140